All right. We are back, boys. We are back with this Miami, Ohio versus Tennessee game. Y'all requested it. We're back. Here we go. Tennessee versus Miami, Ohio, an 11 versus 6 matchup here in the first round of March Madness. Miami, Ohio beat SMU in the first four to advance to this game. And here we go. Miami, Ohio, and Tennessee will tip off in the middle. The SEC versus action. Here we go. Tennessee will start with the basketball, and it is Jacoby Gillespie taking it up the floor. Gillespie, the star scorer, gets it right here. In the mid-range, passes it out. Tennessee, a star-studded group. There's one of the best freshmen in America, Nate Dament. On the wing, loose ball, and Miami, Ohio gets the steal. The Redhawks are out in transition. They love to shoot that three ball. That's what made people impressed with them the other day. Here's a long three, and that one's cash from Miami, Ohio. A big-time three to start the game from number 22, Byers. Tennessee has to respond to Miami, Ohio. They get it to Ament. Here's inside a lob and a bucket. Tennessee catches the lob. Akpara slams it home, and the Vols are right there in this game. Here's the play. They get it over to Elmer. Here's a three, and another one's buckets. Miami, Ohio, hot early. Peter Suter, their star player, who averages 14 a game. He was the best player in the conference this year. Knocks down the three. Miami, Ohio, already 2 for 2. Ahmed gets it over there. Bishop Boswell has the ball in his hands. Boswell slips it inside. Another lob. Akpara slams it home. Tennessee has the size and athletic advantage against Miami, Ohio, and they definitely need to use that to their advantage today. Akpara's got 4 points on 2 lobs. And here's Elmer with it. Driving inside. Byers. Fadeaway 2. It's money. Miami, Ohio, doing good work right now. 8-4 lead, and a Tennessee dump down goes out of bounds. Turnover by the Vols. So as we get into this matchup right here, Tennessee versus Miami, Ohio, we're digging into this matchup. I mean, you see it, right? Miami, Ohio is shooting well. And, I mean, they're the nation's leader in field goal percentage for a reason. They're a very efficient offense. They shoot the ball well. And unfortunately for them, they just turned the ball over. Backcourt violation with a bad pass there. But yeah, that's what they do. They're flamethrowers. They're going to shoot the hell out of the ball. They're going to shoot from outside the arc. That is how they win basketball games. And that's what they're doing right now to Tennessee. Off to a really good start in this game. What's up, Jeremy? So here we go. Tennessee with the ball. 8-4 game. And they get inside. Ahmed missed the shot, but the tip-in is good. And Tennessee has now made it an 8-6 game. Tennessee is one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the nation. That is another bucket from Miami, Ohio. Luke Scalgi on the 2 right there. And we have an offensive foul on the Vols. A chaotic start here in this one, but the Miami, Ohio squad is off to a really good start. A big shove right there in the back of Scalgi. Went down, took a shot from Gillespie, and there you go. That is where we're at right now. 10-6 the score. Tennessee going to go to a press. See if they can get Miami, Ohio off their game because these boys are shooting well early on today. See what they can do. Here's a three, a long one. That one is way short. An air ball from Miami, Ohio on that one. That was a air ball from Ian Elmer, who missed that one pretty badly. But Miami, Ohio, number 1 in 2-point field goal percentage in America and number 8 in 3-point field goal percentage in America. Miami, Ohio can shoot the ball, and they can shoot it really, really well. That's how they're going to have to try to beat the more athletic, bigger Vols team today. Akpara inside, gets it knocked away, gets it back, misses inside. A foul is called. We're going to get Byers for that one right there. He's going to be called for the foul. So Here we go. By the way, Virginia, I was worried about them earlier in my bracket. They ended up pulling off the win, getting a 9-point dub over Wright State. So one of my Elite Eight teams is still in the tournament. Felix Okpara to the free throw line for the Vols. He leads the team in blocks, averages about 8 a game and about 6 boards. Again, Tennessee, one of the best rebounding teams in the country. Rick Barnes' teams usually rebound pretty decently as Okpara makes the first free throw. They have to the key to victory for them is to dominate the paint with their offensive rebounding, with their size, their athleticism. Miami, Ohio's got a lot of white dudes who can shoot really well, but they're not the best in the glass compared to Tennessee as Okpara makes the free throw, makes it a 10-8 game, and now Miami, Ohio will Tennessee will press, and they force the turnover off of that press right there. Rick Barnes is 12-7 in his career in the NCAA tournament at the University of Tennessee, and he'll look to make it 13-7 today. Tennessee is an 11.5-point favorite on the spread, and Gillespie lost out of bounds. It'll be another. That won't be a turnover. That one went out of bounds, but fair and square. Here we go. 16:48 to play. Both teams have been strong early on, but Miami, Ohio is shooting really well from three. Gillespie gets into the middle, gets inside, and banks it in off the glass to tie the game. And now Miami, Ohio will just get a free dribble up the court. Tennessee's not going to press. Gillespie with 18 a game on the year. They're going to need a big day from him. Pass over to their point guard, Trey Perry. Elmer's got it. Elmer to the wing. Another three. Another cash. Big time shot right there. Almer Atlason. It's 1 through 5 that can shoot the basketball on this Miami, Ohio team. They are raining threes on Tennessee early on today. They're 3 for 4 from outside the arc. Okpara gets it to the star Gillespie. Okpara swings it over to Bishop Boswell. Gillespie to the corner. Boswell, open corner three. That one's no good. Loose ball and rebounded by Miami, Ohio. They've got to corral those defensive rebounds today against an elite offensive rebounding team as we have a stoppage, a timeout. What a start for Miami, Ohio. They lead by 3, but they are shooting incredibly right now. 13-10 lead for the Redhawks here in this round 1 game. I mean, you're seeing it, right? You're seeing how Miami, Ohio went 32-1. This team can flat out shoot the ball really, really well. They're not afraid. And you can't be. Against a team like Tennessee, you cannot be afraid to shoot the ball, right? I mean, you got to go out there. You got to just be confident. And these guys don't care. They're shooting really well right now, leading by 3. You see where Tennessee's going to give them trouble, though. Tennessee's got that offensive rebounding. Okpara is a big size advantage. You look at Tennessee's roster, a lot of dudes over 6'9", 6'10". And that is going to be where they have to dominate the game, right? I mean, they're going to have to just dominate the paint, right? I mean, if they dominate the paint, hey, they'll have a shot to win the game. If they don't, could be tough, right? Ah, shoot, I just reset the freaking clock. It was 15:49 now. Alrighty. That was a bad mistake by me to reset the clock. Yeah, so there you go. But yeah, Tennessee, I mean, it's going to be a good game. You know, this is an 11-6, 11-6, right? Yeah, 11-6 matchup. Yeah, 11-6 matchup. I mean, you look at these types of games, and they're usually nail biters. They're usually games that come down to the wire, and Tennessee is definitely, you know, both teams just have their strengths. You see Tennessee's going to give them a lot of trouble inside, a lot of trouble on the rebounding, and Miami, Ohio is going to be cashing threes and shooting them all night. So if they go cold, they'll be in trouble, but right now they're looking pretty good. So yeah, looking at some of these stats here, like I said, Tennessee first in the country in offensive rebounding, and then you combat that on the other side, Miami, Ohio is the leading field goal percentage team in America. They got a lot of dudes who can shoot the ball. I was going through the lineup earlier. They got like 6'8", 6'9" dudes listed as guards because these guys are all very good shooters. You know what I mean? Tennessee is the opposite. You know, they got a bunch of bigs. Jacoby Gillespie is definitely one of the best guards in college basketball, though. Nate Ahman is, you know, he was a second team All SEC player this year as a freshman. It's really impressive, right? I mean, you see, they're gonna have to get him going at some point today. And they'll definitely be in a good spot to win this game if they do that. Texas women's are cooking right now. Way to go, ladies. Iowa State is beating Tennessee State by 36 points. Iowa State will be moving on to the next round. Utah State Villanova is a game happening right now, a 8-9 game. I have Utah State winning that over Nova. That's going to be a really, really good game, though, as well. Hofstra is trailing Alabama by 10. Bama was struggling early, but they've gotten themselves going, and they're doing decent. Those are the only games on right now. I think there's like kind of the little break between now and the evening game, and then you got Iowa Clemson 8-9 game later. That's going to be a really good one. Missouri Miami is the big night game, 10-7 matchup. Those are always fun. All right, Miami Ohio to inbound. Miami Ohio made 16 threes in their first game of the tournament against SMU in the first four. Set a first four record, and they're looking to keep that up today. They're shooting well early on. Tennessee with the ball off the inbound. Bishop Boswell trying to get it into Okpara. They blitz him up top. He's got to get rid of it. Gillespie fires a three. That's good. Big time three for Tennessee. Jacoby Gillespie, one of the key players on this team, knocks it down. He's got 5 early points for the Vols. And now Elmer holding it here for Miami, Ohio. Both teams efficient. Early on in this game, Elmer gets inside, dishes it out. No three-point shot there. Atlason has the ball. He gets a dribble handoff off to Perry. Passes it out. Elmer for 3. That one's no good. Long rebound comes out, and Miami, Ohio gets the rebound. Misses the second three-pointer from the logo, and Tennessee rips it down. And now they will have the ball. I chose Tennessee to win this game, so I'm rooting for them, but I want to see Miami, Ohio make it a good game. Here's another corner three from the Vols. That one's an air ball. It's loose, and it is not able. They were not able to save that one there. Good effort from Jalen Carey. He did a really good job, really good effort there to try to save that one from going out, but alas, not good enough. 13-13, and it'll be Miami, Ohio basketball. Perry gets it in. Here comes Atlason up the floor. Miami, Ohio, 50% from 3 to start this game. We got a foul. It's going to go on Amari Evans for Tennessee on the defensive side. Got caught up in that hole. Got caught up there in the wrong spot and just, I guess, fouled the crap out of somebody. I don't know. Here we go. Miami, Ohio with the ball. Driving inside. Perry, fadeaway shot. No good. Loose ball. Rebounded by Tennessee. And they will push it up in transition just a bit. Carey sets a screen. They blitz up high. They're trying to just force the ball out of these Tennessee guards' hands. Get him in a tough spot. Gillespie swings it out to Ahmed. He gets inside. Spin move and a blocking foul called. I never started the clock, but I'm going to lower that to 14:06. There we go. So Ahmed spun inside and draws the foul on the block from... Who's 5? Peter Suter, one of Miami, Ohio's star player, Peter Suter. They're going to need a big game out of him today if they want to advance to the round of 32. Inbounding to Amari Evans. Gets it to Gillespie, and here is where Gillespie's got to shine. In these big March moments, he's blitzed up high, kicks it out. Tennessee moving the ball. Gillespie's got it. Gets around, kicks to the corner, open 3. Bang from the Vols. Big time 3 in the corner by Tennessee. And they take their first lead of the game on that 3 ball. Suter got it, kicks it out to Atlason. Byers has it. Atlason on the wing, dribbles it. Dribble handoff there, gets it to Byers. Miami, Ohio launching a 3. Byers airballs. That was a really ugly shot, and Miami, Ohio has not scored in about 3 minutes of game time. So really, they've gone cold here. Which is something that they cannot have happen. But they've gone a bit cold here in these last few minutes. And now it'll be Tennessee taking this one up the floor. Gillespie dishes it, gets it back, kicks to the corner. And they're going to say Tennessee stepped out of bounds. Boswell just couldn't keep his foot in. And another Tennessee turnover here in this game. Not great with some of these turnovers. Definitely got Rick Barnes a little upset. That's the Tennessee's 4th turnover in the first 7 minutes. And here comes Miami, Ohio the other way. A missed layup inside. And here come the Vols in transition. Amen feeds it ahead inside. And officials call a travel on Tennessee. So another turnover for Rick Barnes' squad. Definitely not making Rick the happiest in this moment. And Boswell will check out of the game after committing a couple turnovers. I don't think Barnes is too angry yet, but definitely not ideal. And here comes Miami, Ohio the other way. They have not scored in over 3.5 minutes of game time. Suter's got it. They usually go to him in these big moments. Tennessee with a sloppy start, 5 turnovers, and only 6 made buckets. But they have the lead because Miami, Ohio's on a scoring drought right now. They just threw it out of bounds. And checking in the game, Miami, Ohio is getting Antoine Woolfolk into the game. Checking out Byers. Inbound from the baseline. And a nice pass inside and a good finish by the Red Hawks. And they put 2 on the board. It's a 1-point game. Gillespie passing it around the floor. Evans, Gillespie, back to Evans. He hop steps inside, gets a good look, and puts in a 2-pointer. Big time shot for Tennessee right there. 18-15 is the lead. And now here comes Miami, Ohio the other way. Dribbles inside. Nice move! And they called a travel, though. Looked like he made a nice move, but I guess that player from Miami, Ohio picked up that pivot foot. He tried to do that he tried to do the move that AJ DeBonce kept hitting yesterday. Oh, the Falcons and Eagles has made a trade. Nick Sirianni is literally at this game. They swap picks and Sidney Brown. Cool. Here we go. Gillespie gets it out to Amari Evans. Nate Ament's got it. Back to Evans. Evans dishes it. Ament, mid-range jump shot. That one's no good. Rebounded by Sculgi. And here comes Miami, Ohio. Sculgi. Pass. Long 3. That one's an air ball rebounded by Tennessee. They're doing a much better job closing out on these Miami, Ohio shots. And now they're working it in transition. Ahmed kicks it out to Evans. Evans to Gillespie. Long logo 3. That one's good. Jacoby Gillespie off to a great start in this one. And Tennessee leads by 6. An 11-2 run for the Vols in the last 4 minutes as the Redhawks have gone ice cold after a great start. They get into the hands of Sculgi. Fakes the midi. Takes a shot. That one short. Rebounded by Tennessee. Here comes Gillespie. In transition. Jacoby to the rim. Gets it to fall. Another great shot by Jacoby Gillespie. Timeout Miami, Ohio as the Vols are on an amazing run right now. So you see the Vols right now, and this is just how the games go with Miami, Ohio. From what it seems, they're either red hot, like they were at the beginning, or they're ice cold. And right now they're cold. Good timeout by the Red Hawks, though. They really need to lock back in here. Tennessee's on a big run right now. Gillespie's getting hot. You know what I mean? It's just they got to refocus. They got to get the nerves of this game down. I think it's a benefit of playing in a first 4 game. One of the only benefits is at least you get a feel for March against like an opponent that's probably similar to you. Miami, Ohio looked like world beaters, but Tennessee obviously provides a different challenge, right? Tennessee is a good team. They had a good year in the SEC, or one of the SEC's better teams. They, Tennessee's got the size, they got the length, they're pushing it in transition, and they can shoot. Again, Gillespie's one of the best guards in America, in my opinion. Kid's averaging 18 a game. I mean, he's a beast. So, they're a tough matchup. But Miami, Ohio, they're taking bad shots. I think that's kind of the issue right now. Miami, Ohio is just taking really bad shots. Like, they're taking contested long threes. And when they fall, it's great, obviously. But When they don't fall, it's an air ball, and it's an easy transition bucket the other way for Tennessee. So I think if they can figure it out, if they can really just lock back in, really just get things going, play the game that they're used to, get open shots, they'll be okay. And it'll be another great game. Checking around the country right now. If you're listening, by the way, be sure to click the subscribe button. I don't think any of the other games on right now are too great or too crazy, except for Utah State, Villanova. I think that's going to be a really good finish. Utah State up 3. Hofstra and Alabama. Alabama holding on to that 11-point lead. And then Iowa State. I mean, it's only a matter of time before that game's over. Iowa State has won that game since pretty much the opening tip-off. Tennessee State did not bring the big performance today. So if anybody in any brackets chose Iowa State to lose, got to be thoroughly disappointed. Quite frankly, I'm questioning your logic on it. I chose Tennessee to win this game. I like Miami, Ohio a lot, and they're a fun team to watch, and I hope that they can make this a competitive game. But Tennessee is, definitely the team here, right? I mean, Tennessee's a good team. So I'm killing it in the West. I'm doing my bracket. My West region is really good right now. It's looking great, except for my Wisconsin pick. That one didn't do great, but my West region is definitely my strongest region. East region, I haven't gotten as many picks right, but my West region's going great. I've picked pretty much all the games right. Midwest, I missed the Georgia game. I guess I'm getting like 1 or 2 games wrong per region right now, so I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully I can have a strong finish in the bracket to close out the day. Tournament summary. 11 seeds are 4-1 with Andrew Catalan on the call. That's interesting. Strong start for the SEC. 6-1 record among the 10 SEC teams in the field. And that's crazy stat that Nebraska won their first March Madness game yesterday. That is an insane stat to me. Nebraska, they have a good team this year, and they won. Good for them. I'm happy for Nebraska. If you're listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. But what was I saying? Miami inbounds in here. But yeah, the SEC is off to a great start. Florida plays later today. They'll probably get another dub for the league. It's been a really good start for the SEC. Here we go. Sooners got it here from Miami, Ohio. They started 5 for 6 from the field. They're now 1 for 8. But this is the best field goal team in the country. They usually are pretty efficient. Here is Suter. Step back midi, and he gets it to go. Big time shot right there. Calming force as they try to slow down this Tennessee run. Suter's 3 for 4 from the field. Their best player in the conference that they were in. Back. Driving in, kicks it out. Ahmed drives it in. Corner 3, Berg fakes the corner 3, gets it knocked away for a second, but gets it back. Gillespie from the logo. That one's no good. A confident shot. And here comes Miami, Ohio. Gillespie feeling himself early. Here's Suter going against Berg. Clearly a very high-energy defender. He's been tasked with guarding big Peter Suter. Miami, Ohio has it. Woolfolk from the free throw line, working his way to the basket, and he lost it. Here comes the Vols in transition. Berg up top, gets it back, and Berg will slow down this offense. Both teams with 5 turnovers in this game. Ament on the wing, yet to put one in the basket yet. Nice ball movement from the Vols. They get it down low. Here's a mid-range shot from Amari Evans. It's no good. Short, rebounded by Byers. And Miami, Ohio will push it up. Sculgi looking for Suter. Gets it to Byers. Byers, the spin, the fade, and the touch is not there. He misses. Tennessee gets the rebound, and here they come the other way. Ament. Dribbling it on the wing. Kicks it inside. To the corner. It's stolen, but a foul is called on the Redhawks right there. Rick Barnes not happy about the pass anyway. And with 9:09 to go, I believe we have another... Do you have a timeout on the floor? I think we do. If you're all listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. Miami, Ohio, not out of this one yet, but the Vols went on a big run. The Redhawks have to respond. And so Utah State, Villanova. I guess ESPN is behind because that is not the score. Bama's doing well, though. They're up 10. They're starting to pull away from Hofstra. So yeah, out of the timeout, I think they started to play better, right? I think they started to play better. Utah State started to not Utah State. Miami Ohio did a little better out of the timeout, but they're just not. I don't know. They're still not shooting great. They're still missing shots inside, which again I saw how good they are of a shooting team inside. So they need to start making those. This is gonna be a back and forth game. It will be in soon as Miami's hitting them threes. Be nice to have most SEC teams to make a Sweet 16. I hope Bama loses. Yeah, see, I don't like Bama, and with Aiden Holloway out for the tournament, they're not winning anything. But I hope Bama wins today because Bama. I mean, I have Bama going to like the Sweet 16, so I need them to win some basketball games, like at least a couple. But yeah, it is nice. I mean, SEC is having a great tournament. Other than Georgia getting just absolutely freaking waxed, that was embarrassing. Georgia got destroyed by St. Louis. St. Louis is cold though. I can't lie. St. Louis is like that. So. Who's the other SEC teams who haven't played yet? I know Arkansas did their thing. A-Cup went off. They won. Who else, bro? Kentucky got the dub in dramatic fashion. So you got Florida, who should take care of business and win. Missouri, that's the other one. Because, yeah, the SEC 6-1. That's 7 games. 10 teams made it. So Tennessee's 8, Florida 9, Mizzou 10. Okay. Those are the 10 right there. They're the 10. All right. I've got it figured out now. I've got it figured out. All the SEC teams in the tourney. Yeah, things are going really well for the SEC right now. Be a good tournament. The SEC did not have a good college football playoff with besides Ole Miss. Ole Miss did well, but the rest of the conference sucked. A&M, OU, I mean, natural born frauds got their butts kicked. Georgia got beat by Ole Miss, but that's like SEC friendly fire. So there you go. Tennessee dominating the paint, like I was saying, when I was researching this game, it's like Tennessee's got to dominate the paint. So far, they have 12 points in the paint, and Miami Ohio only has 2. It's a good paint offense and defense. So Miami Ohio started 3 for 4 from 3. And they have not been quite as good from outside the arc since that hot start. They're like 1 for the last 4 or something like that. And GA embarrassed the SEC. They sure did. That was tragic. But St. Louis, like I said, St. Louis is low-key cold. Like I think St. Louis would have fried Texas last night. So the way they were hoping. Here we go, 9:09 to go, and Tennessee will inbound it. Gillespie in the middle, gets inside, deals with the contact, and one finish. Jacoby Gillespie is a dog, and Tennessee adds on 2 more, potentially 3. He goes right up in to the Miami, Ohio Big Wolf Fork, and he puts it in and 1. What a dog. Utah State Nova looking good, man. Gillespie at the line makes the free throw. This is what you want out of your star point guard. Now Tennessee will press. Woolfolk 2 fouls, dribbling it up the court here, but a really nice finish from Jacoby Gillespie. Suitor's got to get hot if Miami, Ohio wants to make this a game. They made 2 of their last 10. Here's a 3 from Elmer. That one's an air ball. Tennessee gets the rebound. And they're pushing it up in transition. They'll now slow it down. Bishop Boswell dribbles it. Looking inside. Kicks it out. Gillespie dumps it into Okpara. Okpara out to Boswell. Gillespie up top. Gets a screen. Pass out to the wing. Berg for 3. And that one's no good. Loose ball, and it is rebounded by Miami, Ohio. They kept it in bounds, but they turn it right back over. Gillespie fakes the 3, lobs it up in a big-time slam for the Bulls. What a job by Gillespie. Hits this 3 inside. Big-time slam. And the Bulls lead is up to 11. They are on a 18-4 run in the last 7.5 minutes. Here's the 3 from Byers to slow the run down. It is no good. Estrella rips down the rebound. Here comes Gillespie. Tennessee is on fire right now against the Red Hawks. They cannot be stopped. They haven't had to use a timeout in this first half. It's been all Vols since that tough start. Berg wide open in the corner. Bang! Oh my goodness, it is all Vols. 31-17. Anyone who was hoping for the Red Hawks upset is thoroughly disappointed. They haven't scored a single point in 3 minutes. Woolfolk, pass out. Skalji draws the foul on the floor. He made the runner, but the shot won't count. That would have been a big momentum boost, no doubt about that. So Tennessee put in some BTA right now. 7:20 to go in the first half. It's all Vols. Great lob from Gillespie. He's getting buckets. He's dishing dimes. You live an hour from St. Louis. That's why you're a big Mizzou fan. Got you. Got you. Yeah, so there you go. Tennessee doing pretty well right now. They're just doing what they got to do. They're dominating the paint. They're contesting these. They're getting out on these threes and getting the contests off, and that's all that matters. And you went to Mizzou. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I got accepted to Missouri. I applied there. I heard that at a good broadcasting school, but I always want to go to Texas. Oh! There we go. Pop in the neck. Ooh, boy. That's not good. All right, yeah, so it is a 31-17 lead. Miami, Ohio struggling right now. Definitely. They are doing pretty terrible out there. Um, we'll see, though. It's a long game. Miami, Ohio just has to lock in and start actually making some shots, right? I mean, that's what matters. They can actually start making shots. Mm-mm-mm. Jacoby Gillespie. Yeah, Jacoby Gillespie's been fantastic. I mean, I saw he's one of the top guards in the SEC, one of the top guards in the country, and he's been a dog today. There's no doubt about that. He's been a key part of this team, key part of the Tennessee Tennessee offense, and he's scored or assisted 23 of the 31 points for Tennessee. He scored or assisted on 23 of Tennessee's 31 points, which is very impressive. Suter trying to get an open look, gets it to Altlason. They dump it inside. Byers blocked by Ament. Now Byers gets it out. Elmer swings it around. Suter looking for a shot. Dribbles back. He's going to have to take a tough one, and it's a scoop layup that's no good. And they fouled him, though, so he'll go to the line for 2 shots. Alabama and Hofstra is down to a 5-point game. And Villanova leads Utah State by 2 at halftime, 39-37. So, all right, Alabama Hofstra's kept it interesting. I thought Alabama was starting to pull away, but I guess not. Suter at the line for these two shots, and he makes the first free throw. Suter was the best player, the MAC player of the year. He makes both free throws here. They're going to need him to dominate today. They want to advance and upset the Vols. Here we go. 6:50 to go. And Vols are inside. That shot is no good. Tennessee gets the offensive rebound. Gets it out to Gillespie. Gillespie. Ament. 3. That one's no good. Another offensive rebound. Okpara gets that one. Hits Gillespie on the run inside. He misses. Another offensive rebound for Tennessee. What a possession from their bigs. Ament gets it to Gillespie. A long possession. Gillespie from the outside kicks it over to Boswell. Shot clock winding down. Gillespie inside. Nice move. Couldn't finish. It rolls out of the rim. What a possession. Tennessee could not find it. Lid on the basket that time. Here's Suter. Inside. Euro. It's stolen by Tennessee. They have numbers in transition. They get it ahead. And a big slam by the Vols. And 1-2. Wow. Dwayne Brown in transition. Took a dribble. Slams it home for the Vols. What a play. And Dwayne Brown finishing through the contact. If you are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. Brown makes the free throw to go along with it. Tennessee up by 15. And Berg will check back into the game here for Tennessee. Oh, can't make that mistake. Gillespie will check out. And Miami, Ohio will inbound. Tennessee on a 24-6 run here in the last 10 minutes. Suter gets inside the basket, and he is fouled. So he will go to the line for 2 once again. I mean, if you're Miami, Ohio, you just got to try to cut into this lead as best as you can, right? Suter makes the first free throw. Suter, second free throw. Makes them both. So he is shooting his free throws well. He's 4 for 4 from the line. And Bishop Boswell picks up his second foul. Alabama leads by 7. Berg dumping it in. Dwayne Brown gets it to Gillespie, who's back in the game. Gillespie to Brown. Out to Berg. Gillespie rolls. Nice offense. And Brown is swatted from behind. And he's out of bounds. Great defense from Miami, Ohio. Looked like it was going to be a beautiful offensive play and setup from Tennessee, but Byers rejects Brown from behind. And now Miami, Ohio gets it. They got to go on a run here to close out the half and make it a game. Suter gets inside, backing a man down. Suter goes up, and he couldn't finish. Tennessee gets the rebound. Out in transition. And a long 3 that's good from the Vols. Big time shot. Jacoby Gillespie proving to be unstoppable in this first half. He's at 16 for the Vols. Largest lead of the day for Tennessee. Miami, Ohio comes back. Missed the 3 short. They get the offensive rebound. Suter behind the back pass. Allison for 3. That one's an air ball. And that one is an air ball out of bounds. This is brutal. I mean, you just see Miami, Ohio, man. They are not making anything right now. Oh my gosh, dude. I was throwing up straight bricks and air balls. 2 for 16 from the field after starting 5 for 6. Like when they came out firing, I was like, oh shoot, here they come. This is the team that everybody been talking about. And yeah, Gillespie lobbing it up inside and no good. Rebounded by Miami, Ohio, and here they come the other way. Perry inside, goes up, got around, and nice finish. 37-23. Tennessee dominating the paint. 18 paint points for the Vols, just 4 for Miami, Ohio. This is Iowa State, my gosh. Putting up triple digits. Foul on Miami, Ohio here. Travis Steele's team trying to get things going. They trail the Vols by 14 points here. Under 5 to play in the first half. You're listening, click the subscribe button. The Vols, yeah, I mean, you just see the difference in athleticism, and I mean the advantage that Miami, Ohio has is their shooting, but they aren't making anything right now. They're really cold. Alabama up 8. I think they're gonna be all right, but we'll see. Villanova, Utah State. That's a good basketball game. That was a very good basketball game right there. That one's gonna be down to the wire for sure. Only 4,405 perfect brackets remain. Wow. It's kind of crazy. I figured this would be a closer game. Tennessee about to run away. Yeah, Tennessee's is looking good. This Texas girls team. Yeah, Texas. I mean, no, the Lady Horns are nasty. The Lady Horns could very well win the national championship. I hope they do. Hope we can get another ladies national championship. Obviously, we've had women's sports at Texas have been kicking butt. The softball team won the Natty last summer. The volleyball team won two in a row a couple years ago. Yeah, Texas women's sports is fantastic, and the girls basketball team is far outplayed than the men, especially with Vic Shaver as coach. Yeah, no, the Lady Horns are nasty with it. Can't lie. Yeah, I'm interested to see how these night games go. There's a couple really good ones tonight. Definitely Iowa Clemson. That is going to be a really good game. UCF UCLA is a game I'm intrigued by. Um, we'll see if there's any upsets too. Any big ones. I mean, there's a couple games. One of my cousins in my bracket challenge chose Furman to beat UConn, which I was like, whoa, that'd be quite kind of crazy. That'd be like an outrageous upset. UConn goes down round one. Something else. People aren't as high on UConn this year as they have been in recent years. I mean, I'm not as high on them. UConn just doesn't look as good. They've lost some games. I don't know if they're as good this year, in my opinion, either. So, 4 minutes left on the clock in this first half. Miami, Ohio, trying to stay in it. The Vols had jumped out to a big lead. There's a stoppage. All right, Alabama's up 11. I think they're all right. It should be good to go. We'll see what Hofstra can do, though. Maybe they can knock some down. Foul on Miami, Ohio, so the Vols are in the bonus for the next 3:58. 1-1 free throw is good from Berg. So Tennessee could extend the lead even more. Berg at the line for 2, and he missed the second one. Miami, Ohio gets the rebound, and here comes Suter. Byers has it. Miami, Ohio has missed their last 8 threes. Something's got to give. Atlason drives inside, keeps the pivot, and they turn it over. Here comes Gillespie. Passes ahead to Ethan Berg. Berg to Gillespie. He steps it back. Great shot. Bang! Jacoby Gillespie is unstoppable. Tennessee up 18. Phenomenal. Miami, Ohio calls their second timeout. I mean, they just have no answer for number 0 on the Bulls. That boy Gillespie is hooping. You just want Mizzou to win. Hey, I'm rooting for Mizzou. I chose them in my bracket. I hope they can get it done. Here we go. It's been a rough first half. Oh, shoot. I didn't stop the clock. Here we go. Miami, Ohio has it. Gillespie with 19. Miami, Ohio swinging it around, but they are not confident shooting the basketball right now. Here's a 3 from Byers. It went down, but a foul was called on Tennessee before the shot. Atlason got in, went up to the rim. Really nice dish. I think that's when they called the foul. He kind of got converged on by a host of Vols. Tennessee will sub in Jalen Carey into the game. Or is that Jalen Carey? Yeah, okay. Miami, Ohio is fouled again. No, they went out of bounds. And now here comes Amari Evans back into the game. Tennessee is just overwhelming the Red Hawks here. As here comes the ball up the court. Gillespie gets it to Evans. Gillespie inside. Puts up a floater. No good. Rebounded by Tennessee. And another 2 added on right there from J.P. Estrella. It is a 20-point Vol lead. And now that one's a foul. They'll call a foul on Tennessee that time. And Miami, Ohio is also in the bonus now. So they will get a 1-and-1 from the line, which is not something they've done a decent job of. They shot well from the free throw line. Iowa State game is officially over, and they won by a lot of points. Like, really bad. They dominated that game completely. 43-23 over here, though. This game is trending that way if Miami, Ohio cannot figure out some offense and start actually making their threes. 43-24. Free throws have been a strength. Brant Byers at the line. And he goes 2 for 2. But, yeah, the Bulls, they've just... 3 for 18 from the field after starting 5 for 6. That's pretty bad. And then you got Jacoby Gillespie, who's just on fire. Amari Evans with the ball. They're trying to get it to Gillespie. Gets the screens. Gillespie dishes inside. Estrella dumps it down to Carey. He goes up. He's blocked. Loose ball. Rebounded by Carey. And I think it's a jump ball. And the possession arrow will favor Miami, Ohio. So good rim protection right there from Antoine Woolfork, who does a good job against Carey inside. And now Miami, Ohio has the ball back. Suter hasn't really been pulling the threes, but he has been working it inside. He shoots a step-back 3 here, though, and he gets it to go. Big-time shot from Peter Suter. And Miami, Ohio cutting it down to 15. If they can cut it down to maybe 10 or 8 by the end of the half, that'd be big. Gillespie dribbling around, gets it to Carey. Carey to Evans. Tennessee moving the ball well. Berg has it. Gillespie coming off a screen. Evans dribbles inside. Looking, fadeaway, turnaround, jumper, and it's good. What a shot by Amari Evans. Tennessee offense has been phenomenal in the first half. Suter dribbling, corner fade. That one's no good. Rebounded by Tennessee. And the Vols will take it in transition. Gillespie going for 20 in the first half maybe. Corner, Berg fakes the three, kicks it out to Estrella. Gillespie uses the screen. They blitz high. He kicks to Berg. And they go inside to Carey. To Gillespie. Launches another three. Another bucket! Jacoby Gillespie on fire! Goodness gracious. He is in fuego right now for Tennessee. Another three from number 0. He is dominant. And the Bulls lead 48-28. I mean, boys, there's not much you can do. Like, dude, like, what do you, generally though, like, what are you supposed to do in that situation, bro? Here we go. Miami, Ohio has the ball. Scalgi with a shot. That one is good. Really nice two there from Scalgi. It is still an 18-point game for the Bulls, though. They have dominated. Gillespie on fire. Miami, Ohio trying to cut it any way they can. Amari Evans has it. Passes it to the corner. Berg looking to get it into Estrella. He'll instead go up top to Evans. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Evans. Now Berg. Inside. Pass underneath. Shot clock down. Miami, Ohio gets the steal, and Suter's out in transition, and he will finish the right-handed layup. 15 seconds to play. They've cut it to 16. The Bulls will inbound and get the final possession. They got 10 seconds to play. Now 7, 5, 4. Gonna have to put up a shot. A deep three from Berg. That one's no good. Never mind. It falls. It bounced around the rim and up and went in. Just a micro, like, just, I don't even, how much should I say this? I mean, you just see, right? Just that type of shot. When that type of stuff, you get those types of bounces, it just shows you how this game has gone for Tennessee. It has been all Vols all night. They lead by 19. Jacoby Gillespie with 22 points at the half. What a half from Jacoby Gillespie. And they are in very good shape in this game. They have looked fantastic. If you are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. We'll be back for the second half. The thing about a team like Miami, Ohio, is that, like, again, if they start hitting, they can make this comeback and shrink that lead really fast. But that is if they start hitting. The first half, outside of the first couple minutes, it was big-time struggles for Miami, Ohio. Hope you are enjoying the stream. If you are, again, be sure to click the sub button. And, yeah, I hope that, I hope you all are having a good day. And, yeah, don't go anywhere. We'll be back for the second half of action here pretty soon. Catch y'all then. All right, we're back. I don't know if I don't think the Tennessee game's back on, but we are watching a good Miami Ohio Tennessee game right here. Let's check the chat real quick. Another new cool. Yeah, Vandy or not Vandy, Villanova, Utah State looking like a pretty solid game here. Pretty good one, so I'm excited to see how that all shakes out. Right. 51-32 is the lead for the Vols. They are looking good, ready to move on. Alabama ended up beating Hofstra by 20. Um, so good for them, right? Really good stuff. Really good stuff for them. Uh, there's really just not too many March Madness games on right now. It's this one. It's Utah State Nova, and in about an hour, Iowa and Clemson will tip off, and then we'll get the evening slate going. Northern Iowa, St. John's, UCF, UCLA. Some good hoops. And then tomorrow, all the teams that played today. So tomorrow I'll try to do, obviously the Texas game is going to be a big one for me. I'm really excited for Texas Gonzaga. That'll be tomorrow. Whoever just subscribe, appreciate you for clicking the sub button. Be sure, if y'all listening, to click the subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. It's been a great day for the channel. Utah State was getting their butts kicked. They've made their last 4 field goals, though. So I chose the Aggies, these Aggies, not the bums from Texas A&M. I chose these Aggies to win their these games. So, hey, let's go. I chose them to win this matchup. I mean, 9-8 games are essentially 50-50, right? So, I hope you get lucky. Okay. They're comparing this dude from Utah State to William Zabka, the Johnny Lawrence in Karate Kid. He low-key does look like him, though. I can't lie. The comparison is accurate. I hope Miami, Ohio can make it a game. Like I said, I chose Tennessee to win, so I want Tennessee to win. Rare. I hate Tennessee. I don't like Tennessee very much. But I'm rooting for Miami, Ohio, though. Like, I want them to make a decent basketball game. Oh, the Aggies with the steal and the finish. Tie game. Let's go, Utah State. Big dogs. The Lady Horns are up by 33. They should be pretty good. This has been a really back and forth game. I might have to. I can't watch it on the phone. But Utah State is in a good game right now. This is a really good 9. This is exactly what you like to see out of a 9-8. It's just a back and forth battle to the wire. Y'all listen though, be sure to click the sub button. Yeah, I think the Tennessee game is just about ready to get going here in a moment. And that game will get started and it'll be lit. And Texas is going to cruise to a first round win in March Madness on the ladies' side. They're amazing though. The Lady Horns are quite impressive, quite good. So. Nova takes the lead. All right. Dang, Nova. All right. Tennessee, Miami, Ohio is back on. Let's get over to that game after Utah State's offensive possession here, which they drew a foul. All right, cool. Red Hawks time. Come on, Miami, Ohio. Let's make this a basketball game. All right. Here we go. Tennessee with the ball right now. Ament has been a little slow today, and the ball goes out of bounds. 19:09 is the clock. There you go. 51-32 the score. It went off of who did it go off of? Did that go off of Ament or no? They called it out on Suter. Ball in. Gillespie trying to build off that elite first half. Suter with his third foul. And the ball gets poked away. Here comes Miami, Ohio. Suter working on Gillespie to the basket, and he draws a foul. 18:54. Big time fouls. Big time fouls. Ament. Yeah, Ament. I haven't seen him score too much. Suter has 16 points. The rest of Miami, Ohio has 16. And the free throw that he just made makes it official. Peter Suter has more points than the rest of his team combined. That is an outrageous stat. But it's a true stat. Peter Suter is backpacking, trying to get this team, keep this team in the game. He's also killing it from the free throw line. Got to give him that. Second free throw. Well, I jinxed him. He missed the second free throw, and Tennessee gets the rebound. Ament usually averages 17.5 a game. He has 0 points today. Maybe some of that's due to Jacoby Gillespie being on fire. But yeah, Ament not doing much today for the Bulls. He has it right now, and he's going to dump it inside. Estrella. Ball got knocked away, but Tennessee gets it back. Ament takes it into the basket. Passes it out. No, he'll keep it. Shot clock down to 2. And Estrella puts up a shot from the mid-range, and he makes it 53-33. Late shot clock heave there. How much of a heave? Actually, got a really good look. Loses the ball. Miami, Ohio keeps possession. Suter over to his man, Scalji. Suter's got it right now. Peter Suter, sidestep 3. Gets it to Elmer. Elmer's got to just throw something up. He does. Any air balls, man. Miami, Ohio throws up a decent amount of air balls. I can't lie, man. This is that's not good. 4 for 15 from 3, and I think they made 3 of those in like the first couple minutes of the game. It's been rough. The Bulls have just, their defense have been really good though. They pressed down on them and they made it their mission to stop the 3. Boswell dumping it into Estrella. He'll go to work. Back a man down. Estrella puts it high off the glass. No good. Loose ball rebounded by Miami, Ohio. In the front court, Scalji dribbles it in. Gets by Gillespie. Kicks it out to Elmer. Elmer to drive. Mid-range fade. That one's short. No good. Loose ball in the corner. Suter gets the rebound. Fadeaway 3. That one's no good. And the Bulls come down with it. Gillespie tripped up on the court. And now here is Jacoby Gillespie. Red hot in the first half. Jacoby was unstoppable. He gets to work here. Gets inside the lane. Gets it taken away. Scalji taking it up the floor. He's running in transition. A bounce pass that's stolen. And Tennessee transition defense holds up there. And it is 53-33. Ament's got it. Haven't needed his contributions today. Gillespie thought about the 3. Gets it to Ament. Ament to the corner. Boswell kicks it out. Gillespie late in the shot clock. Got to make something happen. He splits the defense. Gets inside. And he is met at the rim with force. A second to go on the shot clock. Ball went out of bounds. Yeah, Woolfolk right there. Woolfolk. Yeah, Woolfolk right there with a really nice contest at the rim. And now they'll get it in. Jacoby Gillespie, corner 3. That one goes off the side of the backboard. It'll be a shot clock violation. Gillespie just had to throw something up there. Miami, Ohio will inbound the ball. They are 1 for 12 from three. Since they're 3 for 4 start. I mean, the shot's got to start falling for Miami, Ohio at some point, right? But I got to give credit to the Bulls' perimeter defense as well. Miami, Ohio's just got to get something. I don't know. Elmer, here's a 3. That one's up. That one's another air ball. I cannot tell you how many air balls this dude has thrown up today. And I think he just got called for a rage foul, too. Oh, my God. This dude is brutal. I swear he's airballed like 3 or 4, and now they'll take him out of the game, too, because he's just playing really bad. I feel bad for him, but yeah, he's just chucking them up, and they're not going. They're not even close half the time. So after being 16 for 41, they looked like they were going to be on pace to hit 16 threes made today, but nope, not anymore. They'd have to go on a hell of a run to even come close to that. Bulls are moving it around. Jacoby Gillespie on the outside. Gillespie gets in. Lob up for Okpara, and he slams it home. Nice play. Largest deficit of the season for Miami, Ohio. They trail by 22. A team that was undefeated until the conference tournament. They have met their match with the Bulls today. Suter. Bounce pass out. 3 ball. It's good. There's a big 3. Miami, Ohio finally gets one to fall. Big time 3 right there by Antoine Wilfork. Jacoby Gillespie. Running around. Kicks it out. Boswell gets inside. Evans dumps it in. And they call a travel, I believe, on Okpara. 14:59 to play in this game. They're trying to cut the lead down. Okpara catches another lob. They finally did manage to hit a 3, but it has not been a good day for Miami, Ohio. They trail by 19. Yeah, they're getting desperate. They are not hooping today, some would say. This Villanova-Utah State game is peak hoops. 7 lead change. The Tennessee game earlier was crazy. Oh, Villanova's ahead. Dang it. I mean, it's called a timeout. They just hit a 3, I think. Yeah, I think Nova just hit a 3. North Carolina fans are talking about hiring a new coach. So here we go. Miami, Ohio takes it up the floor. Tennessee used the timeout, I guess. Ball in. Woolfolk pass out. 3. That one's no good. Woolfolk gets the rebound. And gets it into the paint. Great defense by Carey for Tennessee. And they are running it out in transition. Jacoby Gillespie to Boswell. I mean, those shots just have to go in if you're Miami, Ohio. 1 for 7 from the field this half for the Red Hawks. Here's Gillespie, launches a 3, and it's good. My goodness. I mean, he's unstoppable today. Jacoby Gillespie. Scalgi coming back with a 3. That one's short. Rebounded by Tennessee. Gillespie ahead to Boswell. He makes the catch, but he was a little too far under the rim. He'll get out to Okpara, and Tennessee will reset. Gillespie from the logo, and the heat check shot's no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Dwayne Brown. Go. Pass to the corner. Boswell, opposite corner. Evans 3. That one's no good. Loose ball. Tipped out of bounds. They give it to Miami, Ohio, I think. Here we go. Miami, Ohio taking this one up the floor. Perry gets in, kicks it out. And now Byers will drive in, throws up a layup. It's no good. Okpara takes the rebound for Tennessee, and they'll run it out. Gillespie. Gillespie to Evans. Back to Gillespie. 22-point Tennessee lead. Corner 3. No good. High off the glass. Rebounded by Miami, Ohio. And that pass is stolen by Gillespie. Out of bounds. And the official is mad that Gillespie, he ran into him, I guess. While he was trying to steal that ball. That was an interesting play. He threw it. Gillespie with a one-hand snag steal. Refs coming the other way. Man, that's crazy, bro. What a steal. That was hella athletic. And they'll inbound it into Perry. Perry. Byers back to Perry. Miami, Ohio needs buckets now. Perry kicks it out. They need to shoot something. There's only a second left on the shot clock. And they're going to call it for a shot clock violation. And a big slam by Dwayne Brown. Suter kicks it out. Byers to Suter. And Perry steps through the lane, and it's a missed shot. Rebounded by Tennessee. They are really starting to dominate as a foul is called there. Yeah, this game is pretty much over. another sub. Whoever sub, appreciate you for clicking the subscribe button. Yeah, this game's been not nearly as exciting as the amazing Kentucky game from earlier today. That was amazing. But this game has been trash, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Because, yeah, I mean, you look at Miami, Ohio, I mean, they're a decent little team, but Tennessee is just too big, and Gillespie had himself a day. So, it's not much you can do. Yeah, I mean, there it is. The keys to the game for Tennessee were points in the paint being their key to victory, and 24 points in the paint to 6 in favor of the Vols. Gillespie with 25 points on the day. Phenomenal day. It's gotten to the point where Tennessee can honestly just bench Gillespie and rest him for around 32. Because it's been Bell. You know, it was a really good and fun start. Both teams were shooting threes well, or Miami, Ohio came out firing, and they just haven't been able to recreate that fire, that flame throwing start. You know what I mean? Like that start was beautiful, and they just haven't been able to get that recreation and make anything. They haven't been able to shoot at any sort of percentage like that. Here's Boswell at the line for two, makes the first one. That's been the issue. I mean, they just haven't shot well. Gillespie checks out of the game with 11:45 to play, and that could be it for him today. We'll see what Barnes decides to do. But really, after what happened to Jefferson and Iowa State today, one of Iowa State's best players, there's no reason to push it. Take out a lot of these guys and call it a day. You know, you're moving on to the round of 32, barring Miami, Ohio just coming out and making like 4 threes in a row. Even then, that wouldn't be enough. But yeah, this game's just gotten really out of hand today. Miami, Ohio just did not play their best ball, unfortunately. If you are listening, though, be sure to click the subscribe button. Maybe they can make things interesting, but I'm probably about to switch over to the Villanova-Utah State game because I don't really feel like watching Miami, Ohio. Suter just drilled a 3, so that at least is cool. I mean, we have seen crazier. VCU did make an insane comeback, but right now they are getting beat by 20-something points right now. 23. Yikes. Berg inside to Dwayne Brown, who spins, bodies up, and one. Tennessee, if they didn't call it travel, which I believe they did. Nova versus Utah State is just such a good game, bro. It's like a 2-point game with 5.5 minutes left. I'm intrigued. My brain is intrigued. Here we go. Inside and a foul on Tennessee. That'll send Suter to the line. I'm hoping for a media timeout soon or something so I can go watch that game. But yeah, I mean, and you know that if the second that this game gets any sort of interesting, they just bring Jacoby Gillespie back in, uh, and he would probably hit like 2 threes. Suter's money from the line makes the first one. Question in these moments is like, how much do they have to cut the lead down to in order for you to bring back Gillespie? Is the question. You know what I mean? Suter's done his part, 22 points after making this last free throw. It's successful 2-for-2 trip. Miami, Ohio is going to start blitzing and pressing, trying to trap them at half court. Berg to Boswell. And here's Amari Evans on the outside. Passes it to Boswell, who gets inside and loses it. Stripped away by Miami, Ohio. Maybe a run could be coming. They're going to need a miracle. Here we go. Scalgi gets inside. Couldn't get past Okpara. Gets it out to Suter. Shot clock down to 10. Peter Suter's got to make a play. They blitz him up top. He passes all the way to the corner, and if it wasn't tipped, it's thrown out of bounds for another Miami, Ohio turnover. I think he was fouled, though. And there you go. Jacoby Gillespie, enjoy your rest. I hope you enjoyed your rest. He's back in the game for the Vols. So they blitzed him up top, and then, yeah, they called this foul on probably Boswell as Suter tried to throw this one. And that Boswell picked up his 4th foul, so they really had no choice but to take Boswell out. Here we go. Suter attacking the basket, gets inside, and he is fouled. Again, he's really good at drawing these fouls. Let's give him that. That foul's on Berg. Taking free throws. Both free throws are good from Suter. They're on a 7-0 run right now. And this press from Miami, Ohio results in a turnover. Here they come the other way. The shot and a bucket. 62-45, and this Miami, Ohio team's going to keep pressing. Gillespie beats it, though. And Jacoby Gillespie gets them set up in their offense. 8 turnovers for the Vols halfway through the second half. Gillespie dumps it inside. Estrella, easy slam. And that is the calming force right there. And that is why Tennessee fans probably shouldn't stress too much right now, because Jacoby Gillespie's got him. Suter driving in all around the court. Long range 3. That one nearly banked in, but rebounded by Tennessee off the miss. Amari Evans snagged it, and Jacoby Gillespie will take this one ahead. 64-45. Miami, Ohio needs a big-time run if they want to have a shot. But Tennessee has responded to every sort of wave they've had. Gillespie feed inside Estrella, and he's shoved from behind. That'll be another foul on the Redhawks. I just don't see them making a run. They had the shooting capability to really go crazy, but I just don't see it happening. And Suter is taken out of the game. That hurts them a lot more. Suter, their leading scorer at 24 points, is now out of this game with 4 fouls. So that is obviously not good. Gillespie open 3 in the corner. It's no good. Rebounded by Miami, Ohio. To the corner, Perry. Long 3 from Byers, no good. Offensive rebound, though, and Miami, Ohio finishes. Lead is down to 17 for the Vols. They're still in pretty good shape with only 8 to play. Amari Evans at the top, gets it to Gillespie. Gillespie navigates the defense, dumps it into Estrella. He's working it back. Corner three. Gillespie wide open. And that one's no good. Estrella tips it up. And the Vols get the tip in. Amari Evans came in on the backside and tipped it in. The Redhawks just... See, that's... As there's a foul called, that's why I just don't think they can come back. And it's just because they don't have the... They just don't have the size to compete inside and get consistent stops. You know what I mean? That's kind of the issue here, in my opinion. They just don't. Like, they're not going to be able to get enough rebounds. You know what I mean? That's the issue. I mean, we'll see, though. Like I said, I just don't see it happening. I love the Redhawks to make this a close game. Be great for my entertainment. Be great for the stream. I just don't see it happening, unfortunately. SEC putting in the work today. Most definitely. The SEC is putting that work in today. I mean, the SEC's had a good tournament. I mean, it's been a really good tournament for the SEC. Villanova, Utah State is 73-71, and that's with Utah State shooting 2 for 16 from 3. Them boys are ice cold, but they've gotten some really good production from the bench. And Utah State's at the free throw line right now. They could tie the game. Miami, Ohio trailing by 19. I mean, that is only like 7 threes. I mean, you're right back in it. Did that dude get fouled in a 3, or did that dude have a lane violation? Big time free throws. Yeah, y'all listen though. Be sure to click the sub button. What a day it has been. A good fun day of college basketball. We've seen some banger games today. This one really hasn't been much of that, but, you know. Oh, dude, I still have the halftime thing up on the scoreboard. That's so weird. Hold on, what am I doing? Second, there we go. I really have had that up the whole time. That's so crazy to me. Utah State, Villanova. Villanova's gone cold from the field here in the last couple minutes, and that is what has got them in a really bad spot right now. It's 73-73. But that one's been a tight game throughout. Utah State, I think it was like 39-37 Villanova at halftime. Like, it's been a contested game, a true 50-50 toss-up. And another foul on Nova. Dang. Oh, I can watch it. I can watch it right here. Villanova. I can watch it on YouTube TV on my phone. All right. Got to make those free throws, Utah State. If y'all listen to this stream, though, be sure to click the subscribe button. Here we go. Miami, Ohio has the basketball. Woolfolk gets it over. Inside. Woolfolk to the corner. 3 ball from Elmer. Another big brick from Elmer. He has been brutal today. That dude is not a bucket, I will say. He is not the biggest bucket. Gillespie, yeah. Elmer is 0 for 7 from the field and 0 for 6 from 3. I'm telling you, that dude is not hooping. He's been really bad. Gillespie, on the other hand, has been hooping. He's got people on skates. Gillespie gets inside. Gillespie with the finish. Jacoby Gillespie just continues to make moves and make people miss. 27 points. Make moves, make people miss, get buckets. As there's a nice shot there from Trey Perry, but yeah, I mean, that's just Gillespie, bro. He's just been, he had that dude on skates for a minute. Miami, Ohio, 5 for 17 from the field this half. The Vols dominating the paint at 30 paint points. 6:27 to play in this game. It has been all Vols since the beginning. Maybe after the first few minutes when Miami, Ohio had that run. Here's Gillespie. And they're going to call a foul there with Gillespie. I think that's a three-point foul right there. Utah State has really just started to take over against Villanova. They're up 5, but all it takes is one Nova bucket, and they're right back in it. They missed that shot. A foul was called, though, I believe. Did they call that foul on Gillespie on the floor? They did. They get it into Gillespie. Gillespie has it. And he's going to drive. Gets inside, and another finish. A day that Tennessee fans will remember from Jacoby Gillespie. Phenomenal performance from player point guard. Perry the other way misses that shot short. And again, I guess they're just determined to get Jacoby Gillespie his 30 bomb. Which is always a cool moment in March Madness, right? I mean, a 30 bomb in March is pretty studly stuff. And I think we just got an offensive foul here against Miami, Ohio. Offensive foul on the Vols, who are in the bonus. Vols are pressing up 21 here, which is definitely interesting. Here is Elmer. Dumps it into Woolfolk. Gets to the free throw line. A spin move. Lefty layup. No good. Foul called. .527. Yeah, if you guys listen, though, be sure to click the subscribe button. This game, again, hasn't been the most fun. It just hasn't been. This game hasn't had the same, intensity as some of these early games. Miami, Ohio has had a good season. Obviously, a very successful one for them to make March Madness and only lose one game. I mean, that's extremely impressive stuff. But in the big moments today, they just didn't hit those threes. When you live by the three and die by the three, this is the result you get. Against SMU, they lived by it, and they survived by it as Woolfolk misses that free throw. Today against Tennessee, they died by it in a big way. I mean, when Tennessee started dominating the paint, getting twos left and right, actually hitting a few threes with Gillespie, then it was just like, well, Miami, Ohio had no response because they weren't hitting threes. And I guess a team like the Vols, who are so big and physical inside, it wasn't ever going to be easy for them to beat them inside as Estrella goes up and is fouled. It was never going to be a winning formula for Miami, Ohio to beat the Vols in the paint. They were going to have to shoot the ball well today if they wanted to win this game, and they just didn't get the job done. 5:05 to go. Tennessee up 21. With Estrella at the line, potentially going to make it 23. Like I said, credit where credit is due to Miami, Ohio, though. I think it's still a great season for them, and they definitely, I think anybody who said they didn't earn their spot in March Madness, or controversy about that is wrong. Miami, Ohio, you go 32-1, only loss being in the conference tournament. You deserve a shot, right, to compete. They just didn't have a good day today. But I think they were definitely one of the 64 best teams in America, as Estrella actually missed both free throws. Tennessee is just a good team. And the SEC just continues to do really well in March. So it's been kind of a crazy run for the league. Suter dumps it down inside. Nice move. Elmer passed out. Byers open three. That one's short. Nice offensive rebound there from Elmer, who has just definitely not had he's had a really rough day. But a nice hustle there to go get a bucket. 4.5 minutes to go. Gillespie navigates the press well. I just don't think they have enough time or juice. Gillespie has been the man all day. Elmer also, 23 against SMU, 2 today. It's just like he has been cold like the rest of the team besides Suter. Estrella backs a man down, gets inside, misses, but puts back his own miss and scores. Perry dribbling it up the floor here. Estrella with a double-double today, or near it. 12 points, 9 rebounds. He's right on that cusp of, he's on the cusp of double-double. Under 4 to play. Long three. That one's good from Miami, Ohio. Big time three right there by Suter. Peter Suter with 27 points today. I mean, he has definitely had a great day. 4 for 6 from 3. Tennessee beats the press easily, though, and Estrella slams it home on the lob. Lead back up to 20 for the Vols. And they get inside. Miami, Ohio misses. Good rebound by Elmer. Byers for 3. That one's just no good. They haven't had the success on these shots. Utah State drilling those middies. That's big time. Utah State up 8 with a minute and a half to play. They're in a good spot. And Estrella just hit the double-double. Just grabbed his 10th board of the game on that last miss. Gillespie for 3. That one rims out. Ball knocked out of bounds. And they will give the ball and call timeout. Okay. And I think Utah State just scored again. They're up 10 points with a minute 05 to go. I think Utah State is in really good shape right now to advance. That toss-up 8-9 game, man. Utah State getting it done. They've caught fire in the mid-range game. And then they got the steal. Oh, that's a big-time steal. And then, yeah, Collins Jr. slams it home. They were down 10 earlier in the half, but they just gained the momentum. And with Villanova, I mean, Villanova could win this game, but they just missed the first free throw on the 1-and-1. And now they got a foul, right? Villanova's got a foul here. Oh, corner 3, they're not going to shoot it. Yeah, Utah State's on a 13-1 run late in this game. I mean, that's going to win you ball games. I think Utah State's pretty much got it in the bag. Villanova's going to shoot, or Utah State's going to shoot free throws. Villanova's got to play the foul game now. I picked Utah State to get the dub here, though. I was like, 50-50 game, and I was like, okay, I'm going to choose Utah State. I've seen them in the tournament. They've been in the tournament. I mean, I didn't choose. I mean, Nova's won Natties before. They're a great program, but I don't know. I just didn't see the vision with them this year, I guess. That's kind of my logic when it comes to some of these matchups and some of these teams. Like when it's a big time basketball school like a UNC or a Villanova, some people are like, who don't like watch college basketball or don't follow it as much, are like, oh, I see UNC, I see Villanova. Oh, they're good at basketball and they're in 7 or 8 seed. I mean, well, I'm gonna pick them to win. I know who they are. With me, I'm like, well, Villanova and UNC, if they were really good, they'd be like a 3 or 2 seed. The committee would definitely give them the benefit of the doubt because it's Villanova and UNC. Like, they've won natties in the last decade. But, yeah, I don't know. Villanova, though, I think just forced a turnover. It's a 9-point game. Again, anything can happen in March Madness. But Utah State is in pretty good shape. That's a corner 3 from Nova, and it's no good. That's a critical miss. Utah State's going to send that one up ahead. And they got fouled with 44 seconds left. I think Villanova's into trouble. This isn't Jay Wright's Villanova. Jay Wright's Villanova was a very good program. I don't know who their coach is now, but not as good as Jay Wright. That dude was a beast. His early retirement was unfortunate for their program. Tennessee's had Rick Barnes for a minute, and they have had good success under Rick Barnes. UCLA, UCF, big matchup tonight. I got UCLA making a little run in this tournament, so I'm hoping that UCLA can get the dub in that one, and maybe I got them beating UConn. I don't know. Yeah, I think Utah State up 10 with 44 seconds left. They blow this. That'd be quite impressive, honestly. North Carolina level choke. Inbound in to Gillespie. Tennessee's star point guard has had a game to remember. Gets inside. Jacoby lobbing it in. Okpara, nice touch around the rim and finishes. Suter has it right here. Okpara's got 10 points for Tennessee today. He's mostly just been catching lobs. Gillespie's at 29 points, 8 assists, so a double-double is a possibility for him as well, along with the 30 bomb. Utah State has the ball right now with 20 seconds left. Villanova are they even going to try to foul anymore? I mean, this game's over, right? I think Villanova's waving the white flag. There it is. Wow. That is the ball game. So Utah State is going to beat Villanova in a intense 9-8 matchup. Came down to the last few minutes where Utah State was able to pull away, and they are going to win. But what a game. That's what you'd like to see in those 9-8 matchups. Utah State 86, Villanova 76. 2 minutes to play in this one in the Midwest region. Tennessee versus Miami, Ohio. A game that drew a lot of intrigue among college basketball fans. How good, as Gillespie gets inside, gets it stripped away. He won at 30. And a game that provided a lot of intrigue to college basketball fans. How would the 32-1 Red Hawks fare, as a nice bucket from Elmer, against one of the SEC's best teams? And not too great. And I think a lot of it just kind of had to do with the fact that the Red Hawks just didn't have a good day from shooting the ball. As Gillespie's holding it right now, they just kind of holding it out. I don't know, maybe Gillespie will try to go for 30 here. He gets in, he lobs it up to Okpara, who slams it home. 22-point game here, and only about a minute left. I mean, yeah, it's over, Long three from Suter, back at it, no good. Are they going to try and Gillespie, is he going to do that trying to get the double-double? Is he going to snap out here or nah? I mean, Tennessee's taking everybody out. Gillespie comes out. Phenomenal day for the Tennessee Star point guard. One of the best in the country for a reason. He showed today. And Tennessee, again, like I was trying to say earlier, as Miami, Ohio will get their guys off the court. In a game, as someone call a timeout, in a game where there was a lot of intrigue from college basketball fans. By the way, if you are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. A lot of intrigue with Hoops fans. How would Miami, Ohio, 32-1, fare against the Vols, who are a big, physical, athletic SEC team? And well, for anybody who was trying to pick the upset-minded Red Hawks, you're unfortunately going to be disappointed because Tennessee just kind of overwhelmed them today. Interior-wise, they just were too strong for Miami, Ohio. And it was a good first few minutes. It looked like it was going to be a real battle today, but unfortunately, it just didn't end up being that type of game. Miami, Ohio just didn't. They were really. I honestly think that if that Miami, Ohio would have made this a better game if they just didn't shoot so poorly. As here's another three from Elmer. He missed that one. He was ice cold today, along with the rest of the team. Generally, I think this would have been a really good game if Miami, Ohio could have just shot the ball better. But it wasn't their day. They didn't shoot well, and against a team like Tennessee. Tennessee's going to, what Tennessee's going to do. They're going to impose their will in the paint. They're going to get those rebounds. That's going to be there for Tennessee. And they need it to be. And so Tennessee will run the clock out, and that'll do it. They have won, and they are reaching the round of 32, and will look to reach the Sweet 16 once again under Rick Barnes. Will this be the year that Tennessee finally reaches the Final Four? Who knows? But for now, they win against Miami, Ohio. So that's the end of the ball game. Tennessee wins 78-56. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, just a good win today For Tennessee, they looked really good today. They looked really strong going forward. I think they're gonna. Think they're a threat. You know, I think this team looks really good. I think they're gonna be a threat going forward, and they're gonna be a tough out. I mean, the rebounding is gonna be there. They're a great rebounding team. They got great guard play with Gillespie, and Ahmed didn't even have a good day today. Yeah. Fun one today, though. I mean, it wasn't as fun as the earlier one, but hey, it's still a good game. So yeah, I appreciate all you guys for listening to the stream. Hope you guys all have a great day. But fun day of streaming, fun day of March Madness, and can't wait to get back at it tomorrow. I think I'm done for the day, to be honest. It's been a long day, long hours of this, so I think I'm just about ready to. I think I'm just about ready to call it a day. The evening slate's got some good games and stuff, but I think I'll just call it. If there's any chance of me coming back, I'd come back for the Miami Missouri game at night. But honestly, I think I am done for the day. So thank you guys for listening, and I'll catch y'all soon. Catch y'all tomorrow. Be sure to click the subscribe button if you enjoyed what you're listening to. Hope you guys once again all have a great day, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. But click the like button, click the subscribe button, and we'll be back soon. Tennessee versus Virginia on Sunday in Philadelphia. That's going to be a really fun matchup. Can't wait to see that one. That definitely is a streamable game. But yeah, can't wait to see that one. Yeah, hook 'em, boys. Go Horns tomorrow.